Let's be honest. You didn't just miss the red flags. You were front row at the parade, popcorn in one hand, emotional unavailability in the other, cheering as they marched by in full formation. It wasn't subtle, it wasn't hidden. It was obvious, blatant, loud. But you stayed. You hoped. You romanticized. Why? Today, we're unpacking the very stoic and very uncomfortable truth about red flags, why we ignore them, and how self-honesty is the ultimate relationship flex. Here's the thing. Red flags aren't tricky. They're not camouflage. They're neon. But your brain? Oh, it's a master at Photoshop. You see inconsistency and call it mystery. You see disrespect and call it passion. You see neglect and call it they're just busy. Why do we do this? Because the fantasy feels better than the truth. And the truth that someone can't meet your needs, doesn't respect your time, or isn't emotionally available hurts. So, you reach for the closest coping mechanism, denial with a little side of projection. We don't ignore red flags because we're blind. We ignore them because we're lonely, afraid, or stuck in a belief that this is the best we'll get. Let's get neurological for a second. Your nervous system craves what it knows, even if it's unhealthy. If you grew up in chaos, you associate tension with love. If you were ignored, you confuse inconsistency with excitement. So, when someone doesn't give you anxiety, you feel bored. When someone is honest and available, you think they are too nice. Translation: you've been trained to love the parade, not peace. Stoicism doesn't just ask you to regulate your emotions. It dares you to retrain your responses, to see reality clearly, even when it doesn't match your fantasy. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In modern love, that means red flags aren't your fault, but ignoring them, that part is on you. You can't control someone being flaky, disrespectful, manipulative, or avoidant. But you can control how long you entertain it. You can control how you show up. You can choose what you normalize. Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about being conscious. You don't tolerate behavior that erodes your peace and then call it love. That's not noble. That's just trauma in a relationship trench coat. Let's break it down. These are some of the fan-favorite red flags people love to ignore. Inconsistency. One day you're everything, the next they're MIA. This isn't chemistry. It's confusion. Lack of accountability. They hurt you and make you feel guilty. That's not deep. That's deflection. Breadcrumbing. Just enough attention to keep you hooked, never enough to feel secure. Hot and cold behavior, aka emotional crack. It keeps you addicted, not loved. Avoidant communication. If you're decoding more messages than a CIA agent, run. These aren't just red flags. They're the floats in a whole parade of dysfunction. And when you clap for them, you become part of the show. So, how do you stop being the audience? With what Stoics love most? Discernment. Every day, practice asking, is this person aligned with my values? Am I drawn to them or just emotionally addicted? Does this relationship preserve my peace or disrupt it? Start treating your peace like a bank account. If they're withdrawing more than they're depositing, overdraft alert. Journal, reflect, observe. Not just them, but yourself. What are you tolerating? What parts of you believe this is okay? Because red flags don't mean danger when you have boundaries. They mean exit. Red flags don't whisper, they yell. But when you're desperate to be loved, you'll turn the volume down and call it patience. The Stoic path isn't about judging others. It's about disciplining yourself enough to stop dancing in parades you don't belong in. Because love isn't supposed to be chaotic. It isn't supposed to feel like decoding, performing, or tolerating. Real love feels clear, calm, respectful. So, next time the red flags show up, don't collect them. Don't decorate your house with them. Wave back and walk away.